The city of Split was formed around Roman Emperor Diocletian's palace, which was built as his retirement residence. We've, however, certainly found it to be one of the most exciting, fun and happening places in the Adriatic. You're watching Sail Ho Croatia. This time around, we're not going to get too involved in cultural and historical sites of beautiful Split, but we'll go a bit deeper. They say a way to man's heart is through his stomach, and we are ready to fall in love with Split and everything it has to offer on a plate. With expert guidance from Chef Željko, in organization with Association of Chefs from Mediterranean and European regions, we'll do a culinary course and try to learn about some of the secrets of a true Dalmatian pizza. That's cuisine in Dalmatian for you. Getting ourselves off to a good start. We're shopping for groceries on Pazar, Split's open food market. We'll get all the fresh local fruit and vegetables we're going to need for today's lunch. After Pazar, we'll look around Pescaria, the fish market, and choose the best catch of the day. It's not that important what kind of fish it is, as long as it's exceptionally fresh. And then we can start cooking up some real magic. We are back from the open market where we bought the freshest, most beautiful ingredients. And we are with Željko in his kitchen where we're going to learn how to make some amazing food from scratch. And this is, you call this Split cooking class?
Yeah, this is the program for the tourists that we learn them and show them what we are cooking, what we are eating here. So
Right.
this is Culinary Academy of our association.
Culinary Academy.
Yes,
Sounds so grand. That feels so important. To begin with, we'll first knead the dough for some real homemade bread. How am I doing? Is that the way to do it?
Yeah, this is good way to do it. You need just to press the air out and combine all the ingredients. And now we will make a form, whatever you want. Or round one or long one.
Yeah, round one.
Round one.
Done.
I'll use some more flour, I will help you.
Okay.
So, we prepare the bread, now it's time to prepare dessert.
Dessert.
So, dessert. We will prepare traditional cake here, it's called rojata, internationally known as creme caramel, but we will do it from the scratch.
Okay, so I'm putting the milk
Inside.
in.
So this is the basic recipe, but now we will put some spices inside. This is vanilla sugar. You can put half of this bag.
Lovely smell.
And we will put some orange zest inside.
Orange zest. Okay.
The caramel is one of the nicest thing in the kitchen, but also very dangerous.
Oh, okay.
So we will put it in the mold inside, and then we will roll it a little bit to put the caramel around.
Of course.
In every layer.
So just pour, right?
Just pour inside.
Okay.
And then by cooking on the steam, all ingredients will melt together. So caramel will go into the cream, and the cream will combine with the caramel.
The bread is baking, the dessert is cooling down, and now's the time to prepare the cold appetizer. Željko is teaching us how to skillfully fillet the fish and prepare a delicious carpaccio.
We will put some orange juice, some salt, pepper, and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on the top, and this go into the fridge for a couple of hours. If you want to use it longer, you can preserve the fish in that way for a couple of days. In that case, you're not putting any salt in it.
We'll skin the fish and marinate the meat to make carpaccio. Another dish typical of this region, which we'll be preparing, is a shrimp risotto. Shrimp, of course, need to be cleaned first. After preparation of all these fantastic dishes, we learned a lot about Split and Dalmatian cuisine, first-hand from Željko. And as proof that I mastered Split cooking class, they gave me a chef's diploma. Now the only thing left to do is enjoy everything we've prepared. There's another interesting thing about Split. Split is a city of top athletes and numerous recreationalists. It is a very interesting fact that Split holds a world record for the number of Olympic medals per capita. The city, with less than 200,000 residents, has given dozens of Olympic winners, world and European champions in various sports. One of the many sports events held in Split is the Split Half Marathon, which Christian Sindik will tell us more about.
It is the biggest, I can say the biggest race in Croatia so far, except Wings for Life, which is not a common race for this part of the country. And it takes place always in February, last weekend in February, so we have that period of the year, it's the best time for the runners. It's season opening, and a lot of people from abroad are coming at that time to Split, and it's very nice to see full town with the runners, full town with the people in that time of the year.
Fantastic. Yeah. All of those people just eager to run.
Yeah.
Split is primarily a city known for its long sailing tradition. Its athletes have won many Olympic and world medals, and we have mustered up some courage to sail together with some of them. Our sailing team welcomed us with bright smiles. It turned out their philosophy is much more laid back, as sort of let's have some fun at the sea and do some light sailing, rather than real competition, typically Split style. This tour is named Gourmet Day Sailing Excursion, and it's a fantastic opportunity not only to sail the stunning Dalmatian coast, but also to savor local indigenous food and wine. Croatian coast has 1,246 islands and rocks, so you have to start somewhere. Visibility in the Adriatic Sea can be clear up to 30 meters in depth, so snorkeling is a must-do. There's no strict route here, as sailing depends on the wind, but the islands of Brač, Šolta and Čiovo will reveal their pristine beauty and implant unforgettable memories. We've set off from Split waterfront to the island of Šolta. Soon we realized these guys weren't joking. Their sailing approach and style is actually very serious and professional. They just know how to get their guests to relax and enjoy the action. Of course, everyone is invited to participate. An unforgettable experience. We anchored our boat in a beautiful bay on the island of Šolta. where we enjoyed some light refreshments and decided it was time to swim and snorkel. It's time to return to Split. This boat is not a pleasure boat, but a real racing boat, and the Wind Maestral will be ideal for a sharp sailing towards Split and a bit of real action. Port of Split, according to its purpose, is a port open for international public traffic. And according to its size and importance, it is ranked as the port of special economic interest for the Republic of Croatia. The Split Port Authority is a non-profit legal person established by the government's decision in 1997, whose organization and activities are regulated by Maritime Domain and Seaports Act. Split Port Authority manages 7 port areas intended for cargo and passenger traffic. The average annual cargo traffic is 3.1 million tons of different types of cargo, such as cement, oil, wheat, commercial cargoes, containers and other. Split Port is mostly known as a passenger port, and it is the largest passenger port in Croatia. Last year, it had a turnover of 5.2 million passengers, and it is the first time in history that Split Port exceeded 5 million passengers. According to estimates, it is expected that Port of Split will reach the number of 7 million passengers in the near future. Vehicle traffic last year reached the number of 780,000 vehicles. With more than 18,000 ship arrivals per year, thanks to the cooperation and organization of all the stakeholders of the port traffic, Split Port Authority has been managing traffic in port without traffic congestion and without delays in ship departures and ship arrivals. Arrivals of cruisers to Port of Split as port of call are not a recent thing. In 2002, large cruisers began showing up in the port. Former old transit centre and a mere starting point to nearby islands, Split has changed its face and become the attractive tourist destination. With its Diocletian Palace close to the port, ancient Salona only few kilometers from city centre, and medieval town of Trogir at only 20 kilometers away from Split, passengers from cruisers can visit in a single day. Cities Split and Trogir are 2 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, both ranked at the very top of World Cultural and Historical Heritage. Not bad for a day of sightseeing. There's almost no shipping company which hasn't sent at least one vessel from its fleet to Port of Split. Port of Split and City of Split have become an attractive tourist destination on the map of cruises itineraries and an unavoidable cruise destination in the Mediterranean. Although I already have a culinary diploma from Split, we decided to visit the real professionals and enjoy their culinary masterpieces. Enough cutting, cleaning, filleting and mixing for me. It's time someone served me with a delicious meal. In the ACI Marina is one of the best restaurants in Split, which is a favorite destination for boaters and real hedonists. The first dish put down in front of me made me instantly realize we were not going to get any kind of normal food over here. The food here is outstanding and spectacular. Monkfish tartare with olive oil, parmesan crisps, fig caviar and a little bit of wasabi sauce. Sounds and tastes amazing. I'm not sure if I'm still on the appetizer, but the ravioli stuffed with zucchini and shrimp in the sauce with scampi is just great. After that, there is squid in a corn polenta on a cream of yam with a hint of some bittersweet mustard sauce. Strawberry sorbet as a light refreshment and preparation of the stomach for what is next to follow. This magic on the plate is a bit more difficult to identify, but we did find out that it's octopus with pan-fried cauliflower and string beans and celery, cream of celery, parsley crisps, courgette spaghetti and couscous. Simply beautiful and incredibly delicious. The dessert is outstanding and such a wonderful surprise. Vanilla crumble, lemon curd, pear sauce and fresh seasonal fruit. Well, hedonism is just too simple a word for what I'm feeling. The ACI Marina Split is situated in the city's port, north of the peninsula of Sustipan. The long breakwater of the marina offers protection from the sea and southern winds. Split's seafront promenade begins in the marina, the longest and one of the most beautiful promenades in the Adriatic, which leads passers-by to the city sights and beaches. A view of Diocletian's palace extends from the marina, the best preserved late Roman period palace in the world. The ACI Marina is perfect for its location, which is basically at a city centre. It is at a 10-minute walking distance from Diocletian's palace. Priscilla, you can tell us so much more about this beautiful marina.
So definitely I agree, ACI Marina Split has the perfect location for nautical tourists. Its city center is just minutes away with walking distance. Also, connection with the whole world is perfect with Split International Airport in distance of 25 kilometers. Our new highway is only 20 kilometers away. So also we have ferry lines which are just here with connections to other beautiful Dalmatian islands.
So the islands are very easy to reach from here?
Yeah, they are really easy to reach. I would definitely agree that the closest marina to the beautiful islands is just ACI Marina Split.
The marina has 318 berths in the sea and 30 dry berths. The advantage of this marina is that it can accept larger boats and even mega yachts. So what is the largest boat size this marina can accommodate?
Well, we can accommodate large yachts up to 80 meters length overall here at our L outside pier. Also, other facilities in our beautiful marina include our receptions office here, include our 2 restaurants, we have a grocery shop, toilet facilities, of course, repair shop, 10 tons crane. We also have 2 bank machines, exchange office, laundry service.
Is this mainly a transit marina or?
This is not mainly transit marina. We can say like 2/3 of transit and 1/3 of yearly contracts.
Right.
So it's like, maybe we can say it's a transit marina, but we also have our yearly contracts. Lots of guests who are here for like 30 years,
Right.
which are like a family to us.
Oh, fantastic!
Definitely, we love
great.
them. Yeah.
For those who sail near Split and want to spend the night in the marina, whether just for a secure mooring or want to get to know Split and Diocletian's Palace, it's best to book the place either by phoning the marina reception, by radio communication, or by far the best and simplest way is through a smartphone application. ACI mobile application is a step forward in terms of service and functionality for ACI guests. With the option of booking and paying a daily mooring, ACI app also provides guests with information services, weather forecasts, and capacity and availability at preferred locations. The ACI app is available from season 2018. The app can be downloaded for free on Google Play and App Store for Android and iOS operating systems. We're continuing our journey in the city near Split. The old town Trogir is on UNESCO's list for the world's cultural heritage since 1997 and is 25 kilometers north of Split. Trogir was founded by Greek colonizers from the island of Vis in the 3rd century BC. The octagonal street plan dates from the age of ancient Greece, and there is a distinct difference in comparison to Roman cities. The old core is located on a small island with one footbridge for pedestrians and one big stone bridge for vehicles, which is connected to the mainland. There's another bridge which connects it to the neighboring island of Chiovo. Numerous churches, towers and palaces bear witness to the remarkably interesting and significant past of Trogir. The most impressive building is certainly the Cathedral of St. Lovro. This monumental building rose from 13th to 17th century, and various architectural influences and styles are visible on it. At the entrance to the cathedral is the portal of Master Radovan, from the 13th century, the most important medieval portal in this part of Europe. The most famous palace in town, the Chipiko Palace, is located opposite the cathedral and the city's lodge. It was created in the 13th century by joining several buildings into a unified whole. The greatest work was done on this palace in the 15th century, when some of the most prominent artists of the time were commissioned to work on its reconstruction. The loggia and the monument to Petar Berislavić is located in the immediate vicinity of the Trogir Museum. This was a birthplace of a famous Croatian fighter against the Turkish oppression, a viceroy and a bishop, Petar Berislavić. Walking along the Trogir waterfront, we cannot take our eyes off the imposing stone building. Trogir panorama is dominated by the magnificent Langar Fortress. It was built in the 15th century by the Republic of Venice. The word Langar refers to the title of a Venetian administrative official, a cashier who dealt with all the financial affairs in accordance with the prince. The oldest part is a polygonal tower dating from the end of the 14th century, and the walls have gained the present form after the emergence of Venetian authorities. Its main purpose was to accommodate Venetian crews as they defended the city. From the top, it offers a beautiful view of Trogir and its surroundings, and in the summer there are various cultural and entertainment events in its atrium. The island of Chiovo has been known throughout history as an uninhabited island where devout religious hermits lived in isolation. Next to the Slatina settlement on the eastern side of the island, by a narrow road and an even more narrow path, we descend to Our Lady of Prizidnica to reach the shrine of Mother of God. The sanctuary and the church grew as part of the desert that bears the same name, founded in the 16th century by Glagolitic priests. Historical stories related to this place attract many tourists. The Pantanal mill is situated at the very entrance to Trogir. This renovated Renaissance mill has the features of a fortification and is an important example of industrial architecture on the eastern Adriatic coast. The surrounding area is a habitat to 163 bird species and a place for hatching 34 species of fish, with 124 autochthonous plant species. The source gives out 8 to 12 cubic meters of water per second, running out of 12 small springs, forming the lake. And after 1 kilometer, the river Rika flows into the sea, into the beautiful lagoon. In the restaurant with an open kitchen, there's Croatian and international specialties, homemade bread, fish, meat, traditional peka, and special menus adapted for groups and teams who come with their kayaks. In this ambience, lunch is something really special. There's also a possibility of a unique accommodation within the small Langar Fortress in 3 double rooms. Imagine falling asleep in this magical place, with the sound of water flowing, birds singing, nature moving. We have come to an end of our Split and Trogir adventure, but there's still so much to see, taste, feel and thoroughly enjoy in our next episode of Sail Ho Croatia.